The Diana, Princess of Wales, has been killed in a car accident. They were apparently being pursued by paparazzi on two motorcycles.
The tragic death of Princess Diana has been one of the most haunting and controversial events in modern history. For years, questions surrounding the circumstances of her death have been shrouded in mystery, fueling conspiracy theories and intense speculation. In this video, the sons of Princess Diana, Prince William and Prince Harry have finally broken their silence and revealed shocking details about what truly happened the night their mother died. Their insights have sent shockwaves around the world, and the revelations are more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. As the world continues to mourn her loss, the royal family's turbulent history only seems to deepen the intrigue. What led to that fatal crash in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris? Was it truly an accident, or was there something more sinister at play? Today, we will dive deep into the events that transpired that fateful night and explore the details that have been hidden from the public eye for so long. Hold tight as we uncover the truth that no one has dared to share. The tragic events of Princess Diana's death. The tragic events surrounding Princess Diana's death continue to captivate the public and fuel intense speculation. On the fateful night of August 31, 1997, Princess Diana was traveling in a Mercedes-Benz with her partner Dodi Fayed and their driver Henry Paul. They were in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris when the car crashed at high speed, resulting in the deaths of both Diana and Dodi. The driver, Henry Paul, also perished in the accident, while Diana's bodyguard, Trevor Rees-Jones, survived, although he sustained severe injuries. The official version of events claimed that the car was speeding through the tunnel as it tried to evade the paparazzi. The relentless pursuit by photographers who had been tailing the couple had led to the driver's attempt to shake off their presence. Investigators later revealed that Henry Paul, the driver, had been under the influence of alcohol at the time of the crash, and this was deemed to have contributed to the loss of control of the vehicle. The investigation into the crash concluded that Diana and Dodi died from their injuries after the car collided with a pillar inside the tunnel. However, the official account has never fully convinced many people, including those close to Diana. Numerous conspiracy theories about her death have emerged over the years, suggesting that the crash may not have been an accident at all. Some have speculated that there was a deliberate plot to kill the princess, pointing to the circumstances surrounding her relationship with Dodi Fayed and the involvement of the royal family in her life. These theories have been fueled by doubts about the role of the paparazzi, Henry Paul's condition, and even the timing of the crash. One theory that has gained significant traction is the suggestion that the crash was orchestrated by forces within the British establishment, including elements of the royal family. Proponents of this theory argues that Diana's impending divorce from Prince Charles and her newfound relationship with Dodi Fayed could have caused embarrassment to the monarchy. Diana's popularity with the public and the media coverage of her private life led to her becoming a figure of immense scrutiny. In the eyes of some, her death may have been seen as a way to remove a destabilizing influence from the royal family. Despite the absence of concrete evidence supporting this theory, it remains a subject of intense debate among those who doubt the official narrative. The role of the paparazzi in the crash has also been a focal point of public discussion. Many believe that the aggressive pursuit of Diana and Dodi by photographers contributed significantly to the high speed at which the car was traveling. The fact that Henry Paul was reportedly trying to evade paparazzi cars just before the crash has led to claims that the media played an integral role in the events that led to the tragic incident. Some even argue that the crash was the direct result of a reckless chase in which the paparazzi's desire for a sensational photo outweighed the safety of the individuals involved. While the official investigation into the crash concluded that there was no evidence of foul play, many remain unconvinced. Over the years, numerous books, documentaries, and articles have attempted to shine a light on what really happened that night, exploring the possibility of cover-ups and unanswered questions. Although some have suggested that the truth may never be fully revealed, the ongoing fascination with the case speaks to the public's desire for closure and understanding of the events that took Princess Diana's life. Despite the differing theories and speculation, Princess Diana's death remains one of the most shocking and tragic events of the 20th century. It marked the end of an era for the British monarchy and the world, and it left an indelible mark on the collective memory of millions of people around the globe. While the official story remains unchanged, the mystery surrounding her death continues to fuel intrigue, conspiracy theories, and a deep sense of loss. Diana's marriage to Charles. Diana's marriage to Prince Charles was a union that was meant to be a symbol of royal stability and glamour. When they married in 1981, the world watched in awe as the fairy tale wedding unfolded before them. Diana, the young and beautiful people's princess, seemed to be the perfect match for Charles, the heir to the British throne. However, beneath the surface, their marriage quickly became complicated and fraught with difficulties. The immense public pressure placed on Diana, coupled with her own emotional struggles, created a strain that was evident to those close to the couple from the start. From the outset, Diana's life as a member of the royal family was far from the fairy tale she had once dreamed of. She was thrust into a world of rigid traditions and expectations, all while being under constant media scrutiny. The intense focus on her every move left Diana feeling isolated and alienated. At the same time, the relationship between her and Charles grew increasingly strained. The couple had different personalities and interests, and their marriage became marked by emotional distance and misunderstandings. One of the most significant factors in the breakdown of their relationship was Charles's ongoing affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. Diana had long suspected that Charles was seeing another woman, but it wasn't until years later that the full extent of his relationship with Camilla came to light. In 1992, Diana famously confronted Camilla in a private meeting, an encounter that became widely publicized. The affair, which was seen as a betrayal of Diana's trust, was an emotionally devastating blow to the princess, and it became a constant source of public attention. The media's relentless coverage of the affair, combined with the emotional toll it took on Diana, led to increasing instability in the marriage. Charles's relationship with Camilla was well known, and this betrayal fueled much of the public's sympathy for Diana. While the royal family, at least publicly, tried to maintain the facade of unity, the cracks in their marriage had become impossible to ignore. Diana's emotional distress deepened as she struggled to navigate the demands of royal life, her crumbling marriage, and the overwhelming media coverage. The eventual separation of Diana and Charles in 1992, followed by their divorce in 1996, marked the end of a tumultuous chapter in both of their lives. For Diana, the separation was a bittersweet moment. It gave her a sense of freedom from the oppressive nature of the royal marriage, but it also left her with the burden of being a single mother to her two sons, William and Harry. Despite her personal struggles, Diana's popularity continued to grow. She was admired for her charity work and her ability to connect with people, but the pain of her broken marriage never fully left her. The role of the royal family in Diana's marriage and eventual separation cannot be overlooked. Many believe that the institution of the monarchy played a significant role in how Diana was treated throughout her marriage. There were those who felt that Diana was never truly embraced by the royal family, with some even suggesting that certain members were less than supportive during the most difficult periods of her life. The royal family's response to the breakdown of the marriage was often perceived as cold and distant, which further alienated Diana. Furthermore, the royal family's internal dynamics and their need to preserve the monarchy's image have been subjects of much speculation. Some have suggested that Diana's increasing independence and her growing popularity posed a threat to the royal family's carefully crafted public image. In the years following her divorce, as Diana began to gain more media attention and pursue her own charitable endeavors, some believe that elements within the royal family may have viewed her as a destabilizing force. This only fueled the idea that there were efforts to control or manipulate public perceptions of her. Ultimately, the tension between Diana, the royal family, and the press created a volatile environment that contributed to the tragic events of her death in 1997. While her marriage to Charles was deeply troubled and ultimately dissolved, the royal family's role in her life and the way she was treated in the years following her divorce remains a subject of intense discussion and debate. Many continue to question whether the monarchy's desire to preserve its image played a role in the tragic end of Diana's life. Prince William and Prince Harry. Prince William and Prince Harry have long carried the heavy weight of their mother, Princess Diana's death, while they initially remained silent about the tragic event. Both brothers have started to speak out in recent years, sharing personal insights and troubling revelations regarding the circumstances of her passing. Their statements not only shed light on their own emotional journeys, but also raise questions about the official story, and suggest that there may be more to their mother's death than was initially understood. Prince William, who was just 15 years old when Diana died, has always been particularly cautious about discussing the pain and trauma he experienced. Despite this, in recent interviews, he has begun to speak more openly about the enduring emotional scars left by his mother's death. He has also expressed doubts about the official account of the crash in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris, where his mother and Dodi Fayed died. William's investigation into the circumstances of that night has led him to believe that there are inconsistencies in the official version of events. One of his primary concerns is the role of the paparazzi in the chase that led to the fatal crash. William has openly questioned whether their relentless pursuit of Diana and Dodi contributed to the tragic outcome. In particular, he has raised suspicions about whether the paparazzi's actions were being fueled by an intent to capture a photograph at all costs, regardless of the danger to the princess and her companions. In addition to his concerns about the media's role, William has hinted that there may have been other forces at play that night. While he has not provided specific details, his comments suggest that he believes someone within the royal circle or even other influential figures might have been involved in orchestrating the events that led to Diana's death. These remarks have only fueled speculation that there were hidden agendas at work and that the full truth about what happened to Diana may have been deliberately concealed. Prince Harry, who was just 12 years old at the time of his mother's passing, has been even more vocal about the lack of transparency surrounding her death. His frustration with the official narrative and the inability to obtain closure has been palpable in interviews over the years. Harry has expressed his belief that the real circumstances of Diana's death have not been fully revealed, suggesting that powerful people within the royal family or the British establishment may have played a role in keeping crucial details hidden. For Harry, this sense of secrecy has been a source of ongoing distress, and he has frequently alluded to the emotional toll that the unanswered questions have had on him and his family. Both brothers have also pointed out that their mother's life was under threat long before that fateful night in Paris. They believe that the extraordinary level of media attention she received, coupled with her growing influence, made her a target for those who were uncomfortable with her power and independence. Diana's fame, charity work, and unorthodox approach to royal duties placed her at odds with the more traditional members of the royal family. Her relationship with Dodi Fayed and her imminent divorce from Prince Charles were also considered controversial at the time. For William and Harry, these factors may have made her a threat to the established order of the royal family. Their comments imply that the monarchy may have seen Diana's independence and influence as something that needed to be curtailed, leading to the suggestion that her life might have been at risk long before the crash that took it. Harry and William have not been explicit about who they believe may have been involved in orchestrating their mother's death, but their remarks suggest that they believe there were elements within the royal family, the media, or even political forces that saw Diana as a destabilizing influence. The brothers have both stated that they feel there was a concerted effort to diminish her influence and control her narrative, which might have led to dire consequences. The shocking revelations from both princes are deeply personal and are driven by a combination of grief, frustration, and a desire for the truth. Their investigations and suspicions have sparked widespread public interest and have renewed calls for further investigation into the circumstances surrounding Diana's death. The emotional weight of their mother's passing and their struggle to understand the truth have shaped their lives and continue to influence their actions today. The ongoing mystery and the brothers' search for closure underscore the profound impact that Diana's death continues to have on them, as well as on the royal family's legacy. Was Princess Diana murdered? For years, conspiracy theories surrounding Princess Diana's death have flourished. Some believe that the crash was a deliberate attempt to kill her, orchestrated by members of the royal family, the British establishment, or even other influential figures. One of the most prominent conspiracy theories is that Diana's relationship with Dodi Fayed, a Muslim billionaire's son, was unacceptable to certain members of the royal family, particularly given the sensitivity surrounding her divorce from Prince Charles. Others believe that the paparazzi's relentless pursuit of Diana played a role in her death, but not in the way the public was led to believe. Some suggest that the crash was staged to look like an accident, but was, in fact, a carefully planned murder. The theory posits that certain parties within the establishment wanted to silence Diana because of her growing influence and her willingness to speak out against the royal family's traditionalist values. Several key figures have supported these theories, including Dodi's father, Mohammed Al Fayed, who has long maintained that his son and Diana were victims of a targeted attack. In his view, the British government and the royal family were complicit in a cover-up to protect the monarchy's image and prevent scandal. A royal scandal. One of the most publicized aspects of Princess Diana's life was the affair between her husband Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles. This affair became one of the most talked-about scandals in the history of the British royal family, and it profoundly affected Diana. Charles and Camilla had been involved romantically long before Diana entered the picture, and their relationship continued throughout Charles and Diana's marriage. Although Charles denied the affair for years, it was revealed to the public in the 1990s through a series of bombshell interviews and leaked tapes. Diana, struggling with the emotional fallout of her failing marriage, had to cope with the media frenzy surrounding her husband's infidelity. The affair became a source of immense tension between Charles and Diana, with Diana publicly confronting both Charles and Camilla on multiple occasions. The turmoil in their personal lives ultimately affected their marriage, leading to their separation and divorce. But as the public focused on the scandalous affair, could it have been more than just a personal betrayal? Many speculate that the affair and the emotional strain on Diana may have led her to feel more vulnerable, and some believe that it could have played a role in the events that led to her death. Princess Diana's death marked a turning point in the history of the British royal family. Her passing left an indelible mark on her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who were left to navigate their grief while also dealing with the intense scrutiny of the press. The royal family was forced to confront a wave of public outcry, especially from those who believed that the family had failed to properly support Diana during her struggles. In the years that followed, both Prince William and Prince Harry have expressed their frustration with how the royal family handled the aftermath of Diana's death. Their grief, compounded by the pressure of being part of the royal institution, has shaped their relationships with the monarchy and the media. The fight for justice. Despite the official inquiry into Princess Diana's death, which concluded that it was a tragic accident, questions remain. The family's recent statements have reignited the debate about whether justice has truly been served. As they continue to search for the truth, Diana's sons have vowed to ensure that her legacy is remembered, not just for the tragedy of her death, but for the way she transformed the royal family and the world around her. The revelations from Prince William and Prince Harry have left us with more questions than answers about the tragic death of Princess Diana. Her life was a whirlwind of fame, love, betrayal, and ultimately, a devastating loss. As her sons continue to search for the truth, the mystery of what truly happened that fateful night in Paris still haunts us. Did the royal family play a role in her death? Was it really an accident, or was something far darker at play? The story is far from over, and as new details continue to emerge, it's clear that the fight for justice is still very much alive. What do you think? Was Princess Diana's death a tragic accident or something more sinister? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more updates and in-depth analyses of this shocking story. We'll be keeping you informed as new revelations come to light. Stay tuned.